Today I'm gonna dive into a freaking very deep topic. Um, so today I wanted to record a video about being open-minded, but I found that I couldn't talk about my ideas because there's been something that's been playing on the back of my mind that's progressively been getting worse throughout my freaking journey of self-improvement, right? This I've kind of been avoiding it, but I've noticed that avoiding it and denying its reality has completely made it prominent in my life. And if I talk about this problem, I low-key think it's just gonna fix it completely if I truly just accept it. And that is that a lot of people don't get me, and that's completely fine, whether it's friends, old friends, family, or strangers. So what do I mean by people don't get me? What I mean by that is the things I love doing in my life, the ideas I like to spread, what I like to talk about, what I do in my free time. A lot of this stuff goes against like what the majority does, especially in my area. My area is a very toxic area. A huge example of this is college. I mean, college is probably the lowest place on earth. It's full of just people who don't think for themselves. I think of college of this, well, maybe in different countries it is, but people think of college as this place of where everyone's improving, everybody's moving to that life where they want to live, but it's the complete opposite. Absolutely everybody is not improving. They're all staying in the same position and they're completely brainwashed and thinking that this college course is what they need to get the life that they want to live. And of course, I know this is not true, but absolutely everybody around me can't see that, and that makes me different. Being different in a society where everybody is trying to fit in is hard. It makes me the outsider. Um, a lot of my ideas about modern things which people love, like sports or what they do with their free time, a lot of my ideas are strong and very harsh and critical of like what they do. Of course, I don't say it to the face. I don't want to live their life. I don't want to talk about the things they want to talk about. I don't want to do all this because the truth is that if I was to do that, this positive incline I'm going on would eventually turn negative. Nothing's truly neutral. Of course, talking to them, sharing ideas with them will brainwash me and manipulate me, you know? So I'm in this position where I have to kind of just isolate myself away from the people that want to, like, the people that are basically just destroying themselves, which is the majority of people, by the way. So what does this mean for me? It means that I get criticized. So for example, in college, a lot of people take not in my course specifically, but there's a lot of people, my old friends especially, which is crazy by the way, there's a lot of people who do criticize me and who do watch these videos and then come the next day and then also criticize me on them. And they also just kind of take the piss out of me, to be honest. And of course, you know, there's not really much I can do about it. Of course, I could get as mad. I could even start a fight if I wanted to. But the truth is that I don't mind it. I don't mind the attention, and in fact, it makes me feel a bit important because their criticism of my lifestyle is coming from a place of insecurity and almost jealousy. Everything they've been taught throughout their whole life, all this information, and I'm questioning it. I'm questioning their information they've been taught, and this makes me a very unpredictable and kind of uncomfortable person to be around. Who wants to be around someone who makes them question their lifestyle, makes them question, am I doing the right thing by scrolling or vaping or eating whatever I'm eating? Who wants to be around that person? Because the truth is, a lot of people would rather be comfortable and secure in a life of mediocrity, whereas people like me and my one friend that I generally only have one friend when I say that, by the way, the one friend I have, that's the only person I've ever found on this earth to be similar minded to me. Want to be uncomfortable, we want to be open-minded, we want to explore, don't want to live this life of mediocrity. I don't know why, I was born this way. Ever since I started to develop actual consciousness, I knew that it wasn't for me. I was discussing it with my family before, my dad. I was telling him, like, I can't work a job. And the more deeply I went into society, the more deeply I went into like getting a job, save up for car insurance, I've realised, like, holy shit, I was so right, and my feelings have gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. I don't want to live that same life that everybody else wants to live, and that makes me different. And so because I don't accept this life, the life of everybody else, because I'm not the sheep, you know, I get criticized for it. And like I said before, I could get mad over it, or I could be grateful for it, because when you think about these people and you look at these people who are criticizing me, or or you just look at their lifestyle, it just pineapple is a fucking yeah. But if you just look at them, the physical being, the health, the mentality, the happiness, it just reinforces my ideas more, and it gives you more reason to listen to me and more reason for me to spread this message. You just like, you see how unhappy they are, so much so that they self-project. You can just see it all. It just becomes, it proves everything I'm saying correct, and I love that. I'm not angry at all. It's been at the back of my mind. I have been a bit angry, but now I've spoken about it, I feel so much better. I'm not gonna lie. I feel happy as shit right now, and I'll tell you why. Because, as I said, you look at them, you look at me. We're a complete contrast. This is where I'm supposed to be. Like I said, I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be criticizing other people. I don't want to be angry at other people. I'm not with them. So I've just realized that contrast of like me being physically healthier, me being happier, me doing things that I want to do, them being sad, them criticizing, them being mad, them doing what they don't want to do. This is where I was supposed to be. Holy shit, bro. I've just realized that shit. That's it. That's literally it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm going to go record the open-minded video now because I'm feeling a lot better than I was before I recorded this video. So yeah.